Okay, now we're going to add a contact form to this page. Underneath Contact Us, it says Come Dine With Us in Person. I'm going to go to the code side and change this a little bit. Code. And up above that, I'm going to add an H3. It says Dine In. Good. Now up here we have the H3 Contact Us. Underneath that, I'm going to put paragraph text. And I'm going to say subscribe for coupons and news updates. Underneath that, I have some pre-made text, some pre-copied HTML code I'm going to paste in there. Now you can access this code through the Canvas page for this project in the description. There's also an HTML document you can download and copy it from there and paste it right in here. Another option would be to type it from scratch. And I'll do that for just a moment here to remind you how that works. Dreamweaver will give me hints. I can click here, hit space, action. Now, in here I'll enter the website from where I would be getting this form. So my barbecue website, if it was actually posted, I would put that in here. So I could just put a placeholder or an imaginary website at this time. And then I will also tell it what form it's going to submit through. It's going to submit through my form, my backend form, formmail.php. Now this PHP form will submit the information from the website to your email and to the database on a server if you were actually hooked up to a server. Then you can access this information later through your email or through your server. Now we're not going to actually require you to set all that up for this project. In our next project, you will have the option of setting up a local test server and setting up some working contact forms through that. But this would be the back-end form that you would need, a form mail PHP. That file is also available through the interface for this project, through Canvas. You can download that and put that in your website. You can put that in your site folder. And then you could open it here and take a look at the code side. You'll just be able to see something on the code side here unless you are connected to a server. This tells you what type of document it is and how it'll show you how these different form elements will be linked and broken down in the email you receive and in the database. So you can peruse that on your own. I'm going to go back to the contact page. Okay, other things that could include the ID, and that would be the name of my form, form 1, close quotes, name, form 1. Now you could give this a different name, an ID if you like. And method. The method's going to be post. And it'll post that to your website or to your email if it was linked through an actual server. And so on and so forth. I can break down these different parts and start typing in each of these different elements. Now for the sake of time, I went ahead and typed that all out myself and placed it in the Canvas interface and also in the downloadable Word document that you could copy and paste from. So with that form information all copied and pasted here, you have your opening and closing tag for your form. We also already talked about the action. It's taking it from the website and submitting it through a form mail.php file. We gave our form a name, an ID, and the method of communication is going to be posting. Within that form we have a Bootstrap div class input mb-3, and we made this input name, first name. The text of this is going to be a text form. We put this form control class from the Bootstrap. The placeholder text is going to be first name, and we'll give this an ID of first name, and once again the form is form 1. Now we did basically the same thing with the next one, which will be the last name, and then we did that also for the next form element, which will be the email. For the placeholder there we did email, ID should read email, so you may have to change that one. And email, good. Then we finally have, it shows an example there of the ending of the email, how it needs to be. Then finally we have a submit button. Input name submit, class button, type submit, ID submit, value submit. Once they click that submit button, if everything's hooked up through the server, that should continue on with the right submission. So double check once you got that pasted in there to make sure you have all the elements of your form. Your form, your first name input, your last name, your email, and your submit button. Let's go to live view to see how that looks. Now with Bootstrap CSS, and it has all these different elements already formatted out. It goes all the way across your window. There's a little bit of space in between. There's a placeholder text in there. In this email, we added an add end here, an extra little button, little description button here to let you know that you have to have it at in the email and .com. And then your submit button. Cool thing about Bootstrap CSS, it gives you a lot of these pre-made layouts, pre-made selectors or classes, input, MB3, and others. So that's how you can input your working contact form.